we're always disappointed when we lose, and especially we're playing well and put ourselves in a hole in that third quarter. And, team knows it, I know it, the fans know it, everybody knows it. You can't give up 32 points in a quarter and expect to win a ball game against a good team. And we've got to try to regroup here and get ready for the tournament. And, bottom line, I told the kids this in the locker room, it's senior day, and this needs to be about our seniors and all the work that they've put into this program. And they have poured their hearts and souls and hours and hours and hours of hard work and dedication, and they have represented NKU as well as anybody that I've ever coached. And so I'm just really proud and lucky to get to come out every day and coach these guys, and have been really fortunate to get to spend so much quality time with them. And regardless of what happens in the win-loss column, these guys play hard, and they represent themselves and their parents and our women's basketball team and Northern Kentucky University in the best way possible every day, on and off the court. So that's what today's about. We'll try to regroup and figure this thing out. And I think we're going to Youngstown, from what I understand. So we'll go to Youngstown Thursday, and we know we can beat them. We've lost by 1, we lost by 3, but they're still a good team, and they were picked to win our league. And we're going to have to go and be ready to go. For 4 quarters, we got to play a little bit more consistently.
Yeah, I was going to say, on the way over here, I was listening to the song Leave Me Breathless. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but the dazzling plays you both of you made this year, your teammates have made, and it's just we were just talking about it before you came in here. It takes 3 big games, so
Yep.
What would it, for any of you, what would that look like to leave the fans breathless and, what outcome goals I'm talking about?
You're saying if we win it all, what would that mean? That would mean everything to me. I love basketball. I love my teammates and coaches. And I think, speaking for everybody, that's definitely been our main goal this whole season. All the tough losses, that's still been our goal. And I think that would mean the world to all of us. And we know we can do it.
I probably should clarify that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I try not to mention outcome goals because I don't like to jinx teams, but when I say outcome goals, I'm talking about wins and losses, championships. When I say performance goals, I'm talking about maybe shooting 30% from the field goal. So that was for my senior year in college, for what it's worth. So anyway, Coach, and during that run, it seemed like they were hitting a lot of open threes. And so, just what I was thinking about is, when you have a driver and you're maybe one gal's getting beat, and if you're on the wing, I know you want sometimes slide and help, but I know not everyone has an easy time getting sliding back. So what are some general things you tell the girls in those situations?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. The game happens so fast, and I'm gonna have to go back and watch the third quarter and get more specific and detailed on what our breakdowns were. But I think that we were so focused on keeping them out of the paint, which we did a great job of. They only scored 24 points in the paint, and we scored 40. And so that's always our goal in general against any team we play. We want to hold them to 30 or less in the paint, and we want to score more in the paint. And so, let's give them a little credit. They hit 13 threes. Now, some of them were open, but some of them were contested. I can vividly remember in the first half, number 23 hit 1 or 2 that were contested. Number 3 knocked one down on a rotation, and Kamari is flying at her with 2 hands in the second half, and she knocked it down. The specific instances in the third quarter I can remember. I know we gave up several in transition. We did not get matched up. And so, we have to get matched up quicker in transition. We talk to our team a lot about not over-helping. Whenever Ivy is on the ball, you don't really need to help most of the time because she's such a good on-ball defender. And I know the 1-3 that number 3 hit in the corner in front of their bench, Kamari was just helping just a little bit too much. And she was in help side. The drive was coming. She was in the right position. But, the way the game was going, we just needed to be a little bit closer to number 3, and I didn't think Ivy really needed the help. But, things like that in a game are going to happen. You just can't allow them to happen, 5 or 6 times. And that's what we did in the third quarter, and I didn't feel like I could even stop the run. I was going to call a timeout, and then Kamari gets fouled, and so I didn't call the timeout, so I was like, well, it's a close game. We're going to probably need him at the end. And then we would score and some things would happen, but it was just hard to overcome it. And then in the fourth quarter, we did a great job. Held them to 12 points. And the first quarter, even the second quarter, because we outscored them and held them 21. And then in the fourth, we did a great job for 3 quarters, but we've just got to be a little bit more consistent. I don't know if on the second day we're tired or, these kids are playing a lot of minutes and they got a lot of miles on their bodies. So, definitely something we got to think about. But right now, there's no time to save. We've got a 40-minute ball game that can get us back to feeling really good and put us in Indianapolis in the semifinals. And it's a game that we're very capable of winning. And right now, we're going to learn from this game, but we're going to move forward and we're going to get ready for our postseason.
And Ivy, just not the last shot that she took, but you're down to I want to say 30 seconds left. Get that look in the corner, and I thought it was nice.
Great shot.
I was like, oh, this might just be going up by 1. Didn't go in, but you still hustled and gave the team a chance. What's that say about the team's no-quit mentality? Don't give up on plays.
Yeah, right. Like you said, don't give up on plays. I got an open look, so it's what we was getting. Just shoot the open shot. So I shot it and got my rebound, and we all just continue to hustle after it and try get a bucket after that.
The second last possession for Lindsay or Cameron. And you got the ball in the block. You've been beating them down low a number of times. That's the reason scoring 30. But unfortunately, they surrounded you with the shot clock out. So, were you guys trying to get something going to the hoop in general, if you don't mind? Or?
Yes, I believe so. I need to make sure I expect a lot of people coming at me. So I probably should have tried to get out of that quick and maybe hit an open teammate, but.
Well, Lindsay had 30 points, so that's just kind of. I wanted the ball in Ivy's hands or Lindsay's hands at the end of the game, and these two have earned the right to be in that position, and Ivy got the look there at the end. We put her in that spot for a reason. We had her coming off of a curl screen, wanting to get downhill, and they did a good job defensively of pushing her out, so she wasn't able to curl it and get downhill out of one timeout. And then, with Lindsay, we had some success down there with the fake handoff, and we were just we were at the free throw line. They were in foul trouble. So we were just trying to get the ball to Lindsay and attack and get to the foul line, and, it didn't go our way.
Okay. The last thing I was going to ask for either seniors, I was just talking to them before you came in here about, Jamie Walls-Rickey, your former teammate. In the postseason, the coaching staff can put them in the best position you can, but ultimately it's up to you guys, up to your teammates to get the job done. So how's that message going to be strung home for the Horizon League tournament?
For the Horizon League tournament, obviously, we're trying to win it all. Obviously, we wanted to win today, but we got to take one game at a time and try and get to that championship game and win it.
Yeah, I agree with what she said. I think just valuing every possession, and it shows today just how each possession really matters. And I think if we just lock in each possession in each quarter, that we could come away with the win.